What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. Thought I'd just do kind of a quick update. I wanted to update you guys on like the shop, the floor, the wagon, what's coming in, that type of thing, just kind of what's going on. So I think the last video, and it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly what I was talking about, but I do remember talking about redoing my shop floor, and I wanted to get a coating done on it, and I will show you the results. You can see how nicely the light glimmers off of it, and it looks really good. I'm very happy with it. So I'm not overly happy with the way everything went down with it. When the guy came out to give me the estimate, he gave me basically three options, and the first option was doing like an epoxy, and you can do like the speckled look or what have you, and it was like 20 grand. I didn't want to spend 20 grand on this floor. And then he gave me another option, which was basically kind of sanding it all down, cleaning it up, and then doing the covering over it, the coating, and giving it kind of that gloss coat. And that was like $12,500, which I really didn't even want to spend that. He said the last option was they could just come out, clean the floor, and they could do basically the gloss coating, and it would look good, but it would show all the imperfections, like all the oil marks and stuff like that you would really see. So I went ahead and opted for that. It was like 8 grand, and I was just like, you know, that's good for me. I just want that glossy look to it. But once they started working on it, I guess the coating that was on here before, I guess it was kind of not setting well, and he was afraid that they were gonna have a problem down the road with it, maybe like lifting or what have you. So they suggested going the next step, essentially, and then basically like just grinding the whole floor down and then starting from scratch, which took a little bit longer and of course was the more money, which I wasn't overly happy about, but I'd already paid my deposit. They were already out here. I'd moved all the vehicles out and went through the pain of that, and I really didn't want to do that again. So I went on ahead and let them do it. I was told initially by the salesman that I could wait 24 hours before I had to move the vehicles back in. But all the paperwork I was getting was saying 48 hours, so I opted to wait. Like, actually, I waited about like 51 hours or what have you towards the evening of that day, and I wanted to get them back in before that night. So I went on ahead and I brought all the vehicles back in, and then I noticed when I took the 57 wagon out to move it, I noticed that there's not like an indentation, but it's like a dull spot, like the tire pattern left a dull spot. And I've moved 3 other vehicles so far, and it's been the same there. So the guy says they can come out and fix it. It'll take them a day, not really any big deal. They can get it taken care of. So we'll see what happens with that. But, you know, overall it looks good. You look, and you can see like the imperfections in the floor and everything like that, which doesn't bother me. I just really wasn't wanting to spend that much money right now. And if I'd known that that was going to be my really only option, I probably would have waited a bit. Also, I thought they were going to cover up the cracks, but the cracks are still there, which I guess it doesn't make any difference. The cracks are going to be there, but you can kind of see there the cracks. So, you know, overall, would I do it again? Probably not right now. I like the look. I like this better than even the epoxy. A lot of people like to go with the epoxy look, and it is really nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, where I worked before, they had kind of this gloss coating on the cement floor, and I really liked it. So I'm happy with it. Like I said, I probably just wouldn't have done it right now. I might have waited a little bit if I'd known I was get in another $4,500, basically, you know, 50% more than I was quoted. But it is what it is, and it's done. And that's one issue, or one thing that's done. I think I mentioned that I had finished insulating the top part of my shop. So we'll see how that does, like this summer. And it's really more when it gets kind of humid. And it gets very humid around here. But that's really kind of the big reason I did it. Now, I do notice there's still a lot of humidity in here, and I do have a dehumidifier, and I might get one more. I eventually want to put an HVAC system in here, which I think will help with that. It's just the vehicles get kind of misty or whatever, but it's not a big deal. It's not huge. I could go on ahead and have like the rest of it insulated and kind of done up, and I think it would probably eliminate a lot of that. But I don't know if I will or not. Like I said, we'll see as I go along, and just see with finances and what have you, just what I want to do. I'm not sure at this point. So I have laid out the shop a little differently. I kind of before had this stuff over on the other side where my tools and my shelves and stuff like that are. I decided to put it over here. I kind of like this a little bit better, just having this over in this area. And then basically I can have a vehicle here and then one more vehicle on the end instead of the way it was configured before. I like it. It's different, and I'll see how it goes along, but I think I'm going to like it better. And I'm thinking eventually, because you guys know me, I'm always thinking about, well, what if I get more than 10 vehicles? What if I want 11 or 12 or 13 or whatever? But I'm thinking like here, I have enough room where I could just barely do kind of like a loft area, kind of like I had before, but just about like this big, just kind of this area right here that you see where the refrigerator and the couch and everything is, and take all that stuff, put it upstairs, do like some stairs coming down here, and I could park a lower vehicle underneath here and have room basically for one more vehicle. So we'll see how that goes. That would be like definitely down the road, just like the HVAC system would be down the road, but something to consider. So right now I have definitely a few empty spots. Technically I have 3 empty spots at the moment in the shop, and one, the bus is still gone. I think it's fixed. Actually, I was having brake issues, so I let a buddy of mine, he took it over to his shop to work on it, and he had been trying to work on it here and it just wasn't working out, so he wanted to take it where he had his tools and he'd get up on his lift and play with it a little bit. He did hit me up the other day, asked me if I was ready for it back, so I assume that means that it's ready. Then he kind of disappeared for a couple of days. I guess he was on the road for work or what have you, so no big deal. Whenever he's ready, I'll go over there and get it, or take the trailer over or whatever, or he'll trailer it over to me, whatever ends up working out. But I'm thinking it's done. I'm thinking it's fixed. I'll be really curious to find out what the problem was, because we, for the life of us, could not figure that thing out. We're definitely having a lot of problems with it, but hopefully it'll be back and actually can drive it, because I haven't driven that thing in probably 3 or 4 months. I just didn't feel comfortable with the brake issue. And the 57 wagon went off to California to another Mike Hill, a buddy of mine that he and I like know one another, never met in person, but we've known one another and talked cars or what have you, back and forth over the years, and finally did a trade. I was going to trade him for a 73 Dodge Charger that he had, and I guess it's kind of worked out good in a way. I kind of wanted the car, but it is what it is. So anyway, the day he was going to actually send it on the truck, or he was preparing it to get it sent on the truck, he said he was having some transmission issues, and so he took it down to have the transmission flushed out and everything like that, and they took it apart and they found metal shavings in the transmission. So he's like, I don't want to trade you this car, which I do appreciate him being honest and forthright about that. And so he has another vehicle. It's a 47 Ford Coupe that is actually on its way out here right now, should be here in a few days. I will do a video and talk about that, because I will probably turn around and try to sell it or trade it. Not really my style. It's really just a little too close to my 40 Ford. I mean, the color's almost identical and everything like that, so it's just a little too close for me. So I like to have different stuff, especially since I only have a few vehicles. Obviously my collection is smaller than it used to be, so I'm going to look for something else, maybe a good trade or what have you. So that'll be coming around here pretty soon, but I'll talk more about that in detail when it gets out here. And yeah, I guess that's really about it. You guys might notice over the 40 Ford over there, it does have the hood up. I just took it for a drive, and I don't know, it's just the brakes don't feel right in it either. I had the whole system flushed out and everything looks good as far as that goes, but I know the other day when I was moving them out and moving them so I could get the floor done, I put it in the I put that one in my carport, and I noticed the brake pedal had felt a little mushy, and then it went down quite a ways, not to the floor. It still stopped me, but it went down quite a ways. So just took it for a drive. They felt fine now, but I don't completely trust them, so it's probably going to be a little problem solving there, a little driving, a little trial and error, that type of thing. I am planning on getting all the fluids flushed in the gasser over there. I want to get that all taken care of and get the fuel gauge working and what have you, and then I've got to decide if I want to keep it, maybe sell it, trade it, or what have you. I don't know. Kind of like it. I kind of dig it. It's a really cool car. I still want to do a video on it, but I want to get all the fluids flushed first before I do. And I don't know, I might keep it for a little while, but you guys know me. If the right trade comes along, the right opportunity comes along, right offer comes along, I'll end up getting rid of it. That's just who I am, unfortunately. Let's see, what else? I don't think there's really much else going on. Haven't been able to get out very much and do very much, just because the weather's been so up and down, and really busy around here trying to finish up on projects around the house. I'm going to be finished here really, really soon, and that's going to be done and it for a while. And like like I said, I do want to buy more vehicles, but it's going to be a while. I just cannot afford, and I cannot swing it right now, financially speaking. I've got to wait. There's just a threshold we all have that we do not want to fall below in our savings account, and I'm actually a little below mine right now. So I want to wait and kind of build it back up a little bit. So it might be a while, but there's still trade possibilities, right? So there's always people liking to trade and wanting to trade, and I'm one of them. So that'll work out. So yeah, that's it. You know, I just wanted to grab the camera, do a quick video, kind of update you guys on the floor, update you guys on the shop, vehicles, that type of thing. And I promise to try to get a little bit more action, a little more driving, a little bit more hands-on with cars here in the not too distant future. And with that, yeah, I guess I'll just let it go at that and say, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, God bless, guys. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.